Okay, so I figured I'd do a video on the rainbow. You probably saw the mattress video I did, and I've been using this pretty regularly, not every day, but every couple days for the past 2 to 3 weeks. And it's definitely different, I can say that. So I've never had a water vacuum before, and I always liked this rainbow in particular. I don't care for the SRX at all. I've had them in for service. The performance they give is just very weak, so I have no interest in those. The E, like the early E2s, the gold and all that are cool, but I just don't like the power heads that those come with. So it's been on my mind, but it's never really been a priority until at work we had a flood. The ceiling, or the roof rather, got torn up during a storm, and so there was probably about a ½ inch of water in the whole back end of the store. So I had to get something to pick it all up, and I didn't want to, dirty up any of our shampooers that we have for sale out on the floor. So I found a Rainbow D4 or SE, whatever, same thing, in the back room with that 4-quart basin. And I grabbed that, and I found a wand that went to a commercial extractor. It's a big old metal wand, like what you see when they come and steam clean your house. Grabbed that, and I put that on there, and that was just sucking up water left and right. So, I got to thinking, well, you can vacuum with these, and you can suck up water. That's pretty convenient, because you don't always want to grab a shop vac, which is just nasty. And you don't want to nasty up, the inside of your house, because shop vacs aren't really clean most of the time. I know mine isn't. I don't really care about it. It's a shop vac. You just beat the crap out of it, throw it away, and get a new one. So I was looking on Marketplace, and I found this one for $250, and it had the aquamate with it. So I messaged her about it, and she said she got rid of the aquamate, but she'd be willing to work out a deal. And I said, okay, well, can you do $200? And we agreed, so I went and I bought it. And the reason, though, I thought that was a great deal is because it came with this brand new SRX power head. And she was using this to clean houses. She was a cleaning lady. She said she had 6 rainbows. And this one had a new cord, a new HEPA filter, and a new power head. So yeah, the power head's in great shape. The cord was a half-assed job. The guy who did it split the white, there's like a pigtail you're supposed to plug into the wire harness. He just cut it and wire nutted it together, so that was okay, whatever. But the HEPA filter was for a 1-speed E-series, which has the square hole in the back. It was like the 3rd revision, because they had so many HEPA filters for those 1-speeds. But this was the, like I said, it was a square or rectangle kind of opening, and this is an oval opening on the HEPA filter. So all of the dust that that was getting past the motor, because yes, wet dust does fly, and it doesn't help if you don't fill it up past the that right there. It was just all going up into the motor. It got all over the board. It got all up in that foam, because there's that soundproofing foam up in there. So I took that all apart. I washed the whole housing. I washed the foam. I washed everything. Let it dry for about a day. Turns out the foam wasn't dry all the way through. And I put it back together, and I whacked the board on this thing. Ouch. So I had to put another $350 into this thing, because that's what those boards run. $350. So, but now, and I mean, here's the thing, yeah, that's a lot of money to put into this thing, but if I were to go and sell it, how am I going to sell it if the thing doesn't work? And plus it has that brand new power head, and that's a, $500 power head right there. So, in the future, I mean, if I do go and sell it, it has to work for me to sell it. And, plus I got it for, a pretty good price anyway, so it's justifiable in my opinion. I do have the aquamate for this. I will say the aquamate shampooer really is not worth the money. I've tried it out on this carpet here, and this carpet's probably about that thick, and it's, it's not too deep, but, it's probably about that thick, And we have a one of those pads that are like, it has a layer of plastic that goes over the pads, so if you have pets, it won't, you know, dog pee or whatever won't seep through. The yeah, the aquamate is really hard to push on this carpet. So if you have anything thicker than like a Berber or like a really, you know, low nap, it's probably not gonna work. And it has a pretty small brush roll, so I mean, I don't know, it's, if you were to use it just to suck up water, like if you had a bunch of water spill all over the carpet, you know, you had a flood or whatever, it would probably work great for that, just sucking the water out. But when it comes to shampooing, I mean, it's, you know, it has its place. I don't know, it does an okay job, but I just, you know, I mean, I'm not a fan. Go ahead and put this thing on here. There we go. And we'll go ahead and give you a quick run. There it is in the air purifying mode. Not to say that it's really a good air purifier. Sounds like a bong. Put that on. This is one of my favorite sounding vacuums. Just the way that wind-up sounds. Just sounds super cool. Also really like that you can get underneath the couch with this power nozzle. A pretty low power head. It's kind of like the same height as a SIBO. Really gets nice and low. Take a quick peek and see. My carpet is really clean almost all the time, so we'll just see how much dirt it picked up there just to make it look dirty. Yeah, you can see there's just a little bit. There's some people I've seen on YouTube using these things, and the water that comes out of this is like dark brown. And I'm just like, wow, you must have a really filthy house for it to look like that, because I vacuum this whole main level here. This is all hard floor over here. Then there's carpet in that room and this room. And then I'll do the stairs, and the water is like a light gray. And you can see, you know, there's clumps of dirt and all that. Yeah, sand, whatever. But I've never, and I've done my whole basement. My basement is all carpet, and my upstairs, where the bedrooms are, is all carpet too. And it's, every time it's just like a light gray. So it's never really gotten that dirty, so I don't know. I mean, there's some filthy people out there, man. I mean, you see that crap on YouTube. But yeah, I don't know. I think it takes, you know, quite a bit to get it that nasty. So if you're one of those people, you should probably vacuum more often. If your water is brown, you're probably smoking cigarettes in the house, which is gross. But, you know, to each their own. Anyway, so yeah, that's my video on the rainbow. Go ahead and comment below.